Hello everyone, I'm Tintin57, welcome back to the channel and some more Tourist Bus Simulator. Just 2 days to go now until the official release, and in this video I just wanted to show you how the realistic control system works, especially on consoles, because it can be a little bit fiddly. We'll just go into the free play just while I demonstrate this one. And I will pick out one of my routes. We'll just go for the top one. So in the main so far I've been using arcade controls, which just lets you pretty much drive the bus. If you've seen the live stream from last night where we went right across the island, I was using arcade style controls there. Check that out in the video section of the channel if you haven't seen that. That was good fun and gives you an idea of the size of the map. But there are other control schemes that you can use. Before we do that, let me just change the bus. We don't want that one because that one is going. Not sure if this one is staying in, but anyway, let's pick this one just for purposes of the demonstration. So we've been in this screen before. If you watch the route planner video, let's just change the weather to sun. But in this button here is where you can choose your control layout scheme. So we've got three options. We've got arcade, and as you can see, everything there is ticked. So it pretty much lets you drive the bus, and it does all those things for you pretty much automatically. So for example, when you're at a bus stop and you come to a stop, the doors will open automatically on their own to let passengers on. Likewise, as you start to move away, the doors will close themselves. If you choose realistic, what happens is that all these items in this list will be controlled by you. So you can see here, start and stop the engine, driving, light controls, door, air conditioning, reading lights, wipers, etc, etc. You can do all those yourself via a control system, which we're going to look at in just a second. In customized, you get the same list as realistic. But here, if there's some things you're really not interested, if you're not interested in operating the air conditioning, just highlight that, press square, and it will take it out. So it will remove it from the control system that you'll see. But we'll go into realistic and we'll take a look at this. Let's click on start, and this will put us at our first bus stop. Here's our bus. So you will see the passengers are waiting. The passengers are not boarding yet. So I think if we open the door with X, if I sit in the seat, so to bring up, first of all, we'll get the passengers boarded. So to bring that up on the PlayStation, so whatever the equivalent button as well is for Xbox on the controller, if I hold square, it comes up with this menu, and you can see you've got the front door and you've got the rear door on this particular bus. The front door is showing as open, so let's open the back door. So I'm using the D-pad left and right, I'm holding down square, and if I do that, that opens the door and the passengers should start boarding. There's various other controls here for lifting, and this is particular to this bus. There are other things that I don't quite understand. You know, you can turn the kitchen on. I'm assuming that gives you more points for comfort for the passengers. For example, the Wi-Fi can go on and off, but I think these are dependent on the engine starting. So to get to the engine controls and the driving controls, instead of holding down square, you hold down X or whatever the equivalent button is. So let's start the bus first. So on the D-pad, holding down X on the D-pad, go up, that's the ignition, and that's starting the bus. And to the right of that, we've got the gear controls, so we've got drive 1, drive 2, so reverse is down on the D-pad. Then we've got lighting controls as we move left, So each time, you know, and this is where you're driving the bus as well. If you want to put the lights on whilst you're actually driving the bus, you've got to hold X whilst you're driving. Come over to this menu and then D-pad up or down depending which lights you want. So those are the high beams, indicators, although indicators do work with the right and left bumpers. Right one, left one, you can do those without coming into this menu. The hazard light, the parking brake, windscreen wipers, this one will put down, nope, and that's how easy it is to flick back. Let's just go across again to this one. Driver's window down. Let's just check that. I can't tell actually if that's down. Let's do it looking this way. Does this, maybe this one, oh there it is, yeah, it is coming up now. You can see it just coming up. It's pretty transparent, that was difficult to see. Here we've got the sun blinds for the windscreen, the driver's light if you want that on if you're at night, the horn. I can't imagine you operating the horn this way. You can use the stick for that. The retarder, and then this is an important one because many of you have asked me about this while we've been on the streams. Does it have a cruise control? So when you're in the arcade mode, there isn't a way that I can find to use cruise control, but if you're using the realistic control scheme, you can come along here and you can set the cruise control. Then what you've got is the air conditioning on or off, and then you can set the temperature to whatever suits the current weather conditions that you've got. So that's it really. Just wanted to show you around that. It is a bit fiddly. I'm not going to lie. Once you get going, if you're in a straight line, you're fine. If you need to stop and you need to reverse, you know, if you have a bump or anything similar, it can be a bit tricky to then bring up that menu and select reverse and then put it back in drive to go forwards, etc, etc. But I imagine after a little bit of practice and a bit of repetition, it'll come quite naturally. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it, but I just wanted to show you that up front because that's where all the controls are. Because we don't have a mouse, we can't select these controls on the actual dashboard of the bus itself. We could do some of that. If you've played Bus Simulator before, you could do some of that on the dashboard, but with this, all the controls seem to be in these wheels. So these are the bus controls again. That's holding down X on PlayStation, and then we've got the door and suspension controls, Wi-Fi, turn the toilet on and off, that's in there. These are all from holding square. So luggage hatches left, that's locking those, that's unlocking them. Fair enough. Setting the destination, making announcements, turning the sat-nav on and off, and then reading lights, etc. for passengers. That's all with square. So all the comfort controls and doors are with square. Then again with X, all the driving controls. So we'll turn the engine off. And that's it for this video. Just a short one. Just wanted to show you that. Hope that was useful. Hope you're looking forward to the game coming out on the 12th. And check out last night's live stream. We will be doing another one going in the opposite direction across the map. So look out for that. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon, then you'll get that video straight away. And I'll talk to you all again on the next one. All the best. Bye for now.